everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Bucker Designs, and this week I am featuring the Frightfully Cute bundle, and we're making Halloween treats. This is my favorite time of the year. I love to make these, and so I couldn't wait to get started. This is a great bundle available in the 2021, let's see, August to December, I call it the holiday mini catalog, okay? Now I am bringing in another little set of dies. Let me show you that little pumpkin right there. We're going to use this pumpkin from the seasonal swirl dies. The little owl is from the Frightful Tags dies, so we're going to get that. We're going to cut out that moon with a circle, and we're going to cut out that label right there with that, and the fence out right there, basic gray. Oh, we're using something else. I forgot. The little stars. We're going to make that starry sky in the background. Okay, so there's a lot of cutting, not a whole lot of stamping, but you know what? Let's make our box first so that we can give it some time to dry, okay? All right, you're going to need a piece of gorgeous grape. Let me get my Simply Scored. You're going to need a piece of gorgeous grape that is 6 by 7. Now, these measurements and the supply list are over on my blog. I have a free PDF under the last photo, so make sure you click the link here on YouTube, go back and grab that PDF. So 6 by 7. On the short side, we're going to score it at 1 and 5. And then we're going to turn it and score the long side at 1, 3, 4, and 6. All right. Now, grab your bone folder and burnish all of these lines, make them nice and crisp. Now, did I even say what's inside this box? I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'm so excited about the dies and the stamps. A Reese's Peanut Butter Pumpkin. These are like the best. The Christmas tree ones, I remember, were the first ones I ever had, and they were so good. And the pumpkin ones are just as good. All right, so now here's your piece. We got to do some cutting. Let me grab my scissors. We are going to first, and it doesn't matter which side because this and this they're exactly the same. So let's do this side. This will be our lid, okay? So you want to cut off these 2 squares, okay? Like that. Now come down and just cut all these score lines. And when you're at these middle or these square tabs, cut the corners off, okay? Now we'll do this one. I think I need to switch scissors. These are a little bit too big. And there we go. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. Cut, and then trim and trim. Now it looks like maybe I went a little bit on the other side of the score line, so I'm going to cut that right there. All right, let's do this one too. How about I cut straight? That would help, wouldn't it? All right, now over here, let's cut this one. And this one's going to stay. We already cut the other ones off. Okay, so now that's all the cutting you're going to do. Okay, see that? Remember, this side is the lid. Sometimes I cut these at an angle and I cut these in half. You've probably seen me do that, but this is a little more fancy. We're going to do something fancy. We're going to use our corner rounder and we're going to round those tabs right there. Okay, and you kind of have to fold in your paper a little bit to get to them. All right, let's get that in there. Make sure it's seated in there nice and square. This one's a little bit tricky. You've got to fold and go fold in half, fold these down, and then you can get to it. See how you gotta wiggle that paper around so that you can get those fit in there. All right, let's do this one. And last but not least, this one right here. Okay. Now, before I put the box together, I think I'm going to put on the silver foil that's going to go under our black piece. This is some of our new silver foil. And if you have it, you'll notice that it is purpley. It's got a purple tinge to it. And so I thought it would look really nice with our gorgeous grape box. Okay. Now, I am going to use Tombow liquid glue, and I'm going to grab my little clothespins here. I use these clothespins to hold my boxes together while they're drying. All right, so we'll put a little bit of glue like that, and then we're going to fold in the tabs onto the inside. Grab that clothespin and make sure that your edges match the other edge. Okay, maybe I didn't put quite enough glue right there. Let's put a little bit more. We don't want our box to come apart. Here in Texas where I live, it is hot and muggy on Halloween. I know some people up north trick-or-treat in coats, but not here. We have to get costumes that are cool because it can be really hot. Okay, so now we're gonna let that dry and we're gonna do all of our other things and we're gonna come back and finish putting that together. Okay, the first thing, if I can get my paper to come over here, first thing we're gonna do is stamp that moon in smoky slate. Right there, okay. I'm gonna take my Wink of Stella and I'm gonna brush that on this side. Now be careful, if you run over the dots, it's gonna drag that ink into those white spaces. So just kind of be careful, go around. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just wanna add a little bit of shimmer to your moon. All right, we'll stamp the sentiment. Happy Halloween to you. We're gonna do that right here, okay? Now the other things, let's see, we're gonna use the circle that comes with these dies. It's a perfect fit. And we're gonna use that. And then we've got that little pumpkin from the seasonal swirl dies. Let's get my whole thing and we'll just start setting it up, okay? And because these, I don't want them to slide around. Well, they're perfect, aren't they? Hopefully I can hold them straight. All right, and we're gonna get the fence and we're gonna get the owl. Now we're gonna cut some stars into this black piece and we're gonna have to run it through several times. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Okay, now I'm gonna slide my cut and emboss machine over, make some room here. And we'll put our plate right on top. Keep an eye on these two. Well, that moon is slipping. Let's straighten them out again. Right there and right there. If you're worried about that, grab yourself some Post-it tape and use those to hold them in place because Post-it tape is a lifesaver. All right, let's see what we've got. There we go. We've got that and that. And we've got that cute little pumpkin. Get all of these off. And then we're going to run that black piece through a few more times. Okay, and our fence right there. We're going to have to probably use our take your pick tool to get that out. There we go. Now, we're gonna have to run this through, and I probably am just gonna do it a few times for the sake of the video. But you wanna put some stars, whoops, you wanna put some stars around. And if you look at the placement of our things, really they just need to kind of be up here at the top. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll just put them across the top. And let's do one more for good measure. Now look at those little black stars it's leaving on your plate. See those? You could use those later on. Those are awesome. All right. Now we are going to bring this back over. Let's see. Well, we need to get our take your pick tool, get these pieces out. This is the die brush attachment to my take your pick tool. And it will help you, for the most part, get all those doodads out. All right. I call them doodads. I'm not sure what the official name of those is. All right. They leave them all over the place, too. Let's put our box together, and then we're going to be able to put all this cuteness on top. So get your pumpkin, Reese's pumpkin in. Close your box. Okay, those little rounded things, the rounded tabs go on the inside. And I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive here and here. And we're going to put that right there so you can see that shine coming out. All right, I have cut a very skinny sliver of our Cutest Halloween Designer Series paper, and I'm going to cut it at an angle. We're going to start with this piece, okay? Let's put that right there. And then we're going to use mini dimensionals for the little label, the sign, because we're going to kind of stack things on top of it. You know what? Maybe we should put, hold on, let's put the fence, because we want that to be in the background. Got to set the little scene, and that was a little too much glue, but we're going with it. All right, let's put that right there. Okay. Now we can put this down here, and let's get a few more mini dimensionals. We're going to put our little owl. Soft suede, I'm not sure if I said that, soft suede. And the pumpkin will go right next to him. We're just setting a spooky little scene. Now for our moon, we're going to slide that behind right there. All right, now last but not least, sure, you could leave it like that, but why would you want to leave it when we've got this adorable ribbon? My favorite ribbon, probably of all time. Now, leave it black and white and it's adorable, but we're going to make it orange and black instead. So I'm going to grab my Stamp and Blend, and I'm just going to color on the ribbon. Now, I probably should have done this at the start of the video so it would have time to dry. But hindsight's 20/20, right? All right, let's get it nice and orange. All right, now you would probably want to give it just maybe 2 or 3 minutes to dry. This is alcohol ink, and it's going to dry kind of stiff. It's going to make the ribbon a little stiff, which I think makes the ribbon maybe even a little bit easier to handle. All right, but see, I haven't let it dry, so I've got that ink on my fingers. That's okay. All right, let's cut those ends off and get all of our mess out of the way, because this is the last thing we're going to do. Get our mini glue dots and grab a mini glue dot and put that little bow right there. And there you have it. Aren't these fun? I love purple and orange. Our gorgeous grape and pumpkin pie make a great spooky scene. Now, remember, if you would like the measurements or the supply list for this, hop over to my blog, grab that free PDF, and I hope you'll make these for yourself. Thanks, everybody. Happy Halloween.